The COVID outbreak has disrupted children's lives, pushed out many stalled classes and examinations across the country. To ensure students do not miss out studies, schools shifted the classes in online mode. With the pandemic forcing the teaching and learning methodology to migrate to the online mode, the education system has forced an upheaval like never before. Many of the students have been left clinging to their phones and computer screens. However, the 2017-18 National Sample Survey suggested that less than 15%, I'm just saying 15% of rural Indian households have internet connection as opposed to 42% of the urban counterparts. Therefore, this shift to the e-learning system has sparked a debate on whether it helped the students to learn or has it impeded their progress, socially and emotional well-being. And more importantly, if this is indeed education. So, digital education is the innovative use of digital tools and technologies during teaching and learning, and is often referred to as technology enhanced learning, that is TEL or e-learning. Exploring the use of digital technologies gives educators the opportunity to design engaging child learning opportunities in the courses they teach. Or these can take the form of blended or fully online courses and programs. Government initiatives. Now I'm telling you government initiatives for smooth conduct of e-learning. Several initiatives have been taken to enable online education in India, such as, just note it down. First one is e-Pathshala, an initiative of the Ministry of Human Resource Development to provide e-content for studies. Swayam, it provides for an integrated platform for online courses. NEAT, NEAT, it aims to use artificial intelligence to make learning more personalized and customized as per the requirement of the teacher or the learner. Other initiatives include National Project on Technology Enhanced Learning, that is NPTEL, National Knowledge Network NKN, and National Academic Depository NAD, among others. Pragyata, another one is Pragyata, PRAGYATA. You can Google all of them. The Ministry of Human Resource Development released guidelines on digital education titled Pragyata. Under the Pragyata guidelines, only 30 minutes of screen time per day for interacting with parents is recommended for kindergarten, nursery and preschool students. Schools can hold live online classes for a maximum of 1.5 hours per day for classes 1 to 8 and 3 hours per day for classes 9 to 12. National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, the NPTEL, is a project of MHRD initiated by 7 Indian Institutes of Technology along with the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. It was created in 2003 to provide online education. The aim was to have web and video courses in engineering, sciences and management. Okay, so technology as a savior, we can say. Just like flexibility we are having, a wide range of courses we are having, more cost effective than conventional learning, right? A comfortable learning environment. Okay, the other side of the coin, that is the worst part of this online education that we are giving you with the such condition that we are facing right now. So the other side of the coin, let's say lack of a healthy learning environment. Okay, lack of technology access. Many of the students, not everyone has such kind of technology access, as we all know, in contradictory with right to education, that technology is not affordable to all. Yeah, shifting towards online education completely is like taking away the right to education of those who cannot access the technology. Okay. Moreover, the national education policy that talks about the education is also in contradiction with the right to education. Health, eye issues. Many of the students are facing eye issues. Younger students, especially in classes 1 to 3, were most likely to suffer from eye health issues regarding, as they have to face computers screens a lot of time. Okay, So other health issues like neck and back pain, etc., due to bad posture and lack of movement, has been noticed in older students. So way forward we can do a multi-pronged approach, flexible rescheduling the academic timetable and exploring options in collaboration with schools, teachers and parents for providing access to education to a larger section of society. Staggering educate teacher student interaction is physical mode with more than 50, with not more than 50%, as the government is right now planning, of the total strength attending schools on alternate days. Okay, so we can do such kind of things, making online education more effective, shorter but quality discussions rather than long hours of monotonous sitting, and one-way communication should be preferred. The next we can do, focusing more on knowledge aspect. So that's exactly these kind of things, way forward things we are doing in our institute. So you can join our institute, and we are just doing the in every innovative aspect what we are doing right now. So on concluding point, I can say equality of opportunity is one of the basic principles of the Indian Constitution. Shifting to a system that benefits only a section of people and leaves behind the neediest ruins the very notion of this statement. Moreover, digital education is something where India is not successful yet. There is still a lot of do in terms of checking of students, and entitlements are not being compromised or in providing meaningful academic curriculum alternatives. So that's my conclusion.